everyone, welcome back to ErikaBuilds and another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are in Windenburg on a 30 by 20 lot called Rustic Residence, and you may have noticed I demolished the Max's house that was existing here. And my idea for today is that I really wanted to work on a small home that could be with an autumn theme. If you've been watching my other videos, you might know that I'm in the mood for fall lately. And so I had already done a fall family home and a fall apartment. And so this time I just wanted to do a small little cottage or cabin type of build. Bad news is I actually shut off the recording right before I was getting ready to roof this house and forgot to turn it back on until I was done. So you're gonna see a gigantic time skip. I'm really sorry. Basically, you just missed the roofing and like putting on that fireplace and then adding some windows. So I apologize for that, but you are going to get to see everything else, the floor planning and all the inside work. So yeah, so this house is very small. It just has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And I get a lot of requests for smaller houses because I tend to build really large family homes and that have, multiple bedrooms and bathrooms. And I know a lot of people just like to play, with a small family or maybe just, 1 or 2 Sims. And so I want to try to make more small size houses to go along with all of the big ones that I typically make. So this one's pretty small, but I really like how it turned out because it's very fall and autumn themed. There's lots of rich, dark woods. I used a lot of the autumn decorations from seasons, and I really tried to make the house just very warm and cozy. And I just wanted you to feel like you were as much in the mood for fall as I am, which I don't know if that's possible because I'm so excited for fall. But anyway, so I started in the kitchen as usual, and you'll see that I chose Parenthood counters and upper cabinets along with Jungle Adventure tile, and the floor is from Outdoor Retreat. These are really my go-to packs for any sort of rustic or cozy autumn type build. Originally I had this eat-in kitchen with a little dining table, but I ended up taking that out and go ahead and give the house a full-size dining room. A lot of times when I do rustic builds or country builds, I like the homes to have a large dining room because it just feels very homey. And I don't know, it just gives me that sort of warm country feeling. So I went ahead and did put a full-size dining room, which is kind of funny because there's only 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So there's not that many Sims living here, but maybe they have a big extended family that likes to come over. So yeah, there's a nice big dining room set. You might see there where I was changing. I did a big change of the floor plan right after I finished the kitchen and moved all the bedrooms from one side of the house to the other. That's why you see all that stuff piled up in the yard. I just basically flip-flopped the house, mainly because I had temporarily forgotten that I had put the fireplace on the right-hand side. And so I wanted the living room to be on that side instead of the bedrooms. And so basically I just pulled everything out and tore down a bunch of walls and then moved the living room to the right side. And then it was all fine after that. I was working on this over the holiday weekend, so I was just very relaxed and I was really taking my time and I wasn't really rushing, and I was, kind of exploring different options with like floor planning and stuff. So yeah, in the end, I do like how this turned out because of course the fireplace is matched up on the outside and the inside, which I think is important. And the living room and dining room and kitchen are all kind of together in the same zone. And then the bedrooms are over on the opposite side of the house, which makes sense to me. So yeah, I think the floor plan in the end turned out okay. So you'll see this little room here on the back, which at first I was going to make it a laundry room, and then I decided to make it like a little sitting room, and then I decided to make it it kind of morphed into like this inside porch area with like a bunch of plants and stuff, because I really wanted to use a lot of plants in this build, because I think that really helps with the theme of autumn. And I thought this kind of like solarium type of like interior porch design would be really nice. And I think that fits with this sort of cottage cabin type of build. Yeah, so you just see me doing that. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, just off topic for a second, we just got the announcement about 10 minutes ago that in the next patch update, we're getting these like movable stairs that can do all these different shapes, like L shapes and U shapes and landings and switchback designs and everything. And I'm so excited. I've just been sitting here freaking out, like thinking about all the houses that I want to go back through my catalog and like rip all the stairs out and like redo the stairs and everything. And yeah, I'm just really excited about the stairs. Anybody out there who's a builder, I'm sure feels as excited as I do, because we have wanted, I mean, we didn't get spiral, but really you can make a very tight like turn with the way that they've made these stairs so easy to position. So it's not a spiral, but it's close. And so, yeah, I think it's just really, really exciting to think of all the possibilities with these stairs. I can't wait to see all the builders who build like castles and estates and like all these gorgeous like things that I don't know how to build. I cannot wait to see how amazing everything is going to look with these stairs. I'm obsessing about it already. I'm so excited. But anyway, enough about stairs. I'll get back to the build. So here I am back in the kitchen working on the decor. I'm just trying to keep it very homey and cozy and lots of autumn type things. Like I've got those autumn greeting cards, and I really like using a lot of red and orange and yellow decor in here. I also gave this family a cat. I had thought about giving them a dog, but then I didn't have room for a bathtub, and so I changed it to a cat. So yeah, no bathtub in this house, so no toddlers or dogs, but you can have a cat and a child. So good for a small family. Well, that would actually be 4 Sims if you had 2 adults, 1 child, and a cat. So yeah, it's not too bad for a 30 by 20. But the pet decor, I'm keeping it in the same like reds and dark browns and stuff to match the rest of the house. Then out here in the living room, I was really torn about what kind of wallpaper I wanted to use. I knew I wanted to have stone by the fireplace because I just think it makes that fireplace really pop. But then for the walls, I decided to go with like this barn siding. It's really, really, really dark, but for the type of house this is and for the look that I wanted to achieve, I feel like it makes sense. Because when you think about cabins or cottages in the woods or whatever, you think about a lot of wood paneling or like wooden, what's that stuff called? It's like the shiplap stuff on the walls, which I wish we had. We don't have that in the game. That would be super cool if we did. Yeah, so I decided to keep it very dark in here. And then for the furniture, I started out with this outdoor retreat set. And then I don't know, I just couldn't make it work. I didn't really like the way it looked. And so I went with this base game set instead because it's still rustic and dark, but it's not quite as rustic as the outdoor retreat stuff, which to me is very like cabin and not really as much cottage. And I didn't really want this to be a cabin. I wanted it to be more of like a home, just a small home. So that's why I changed it from outdoor retreat to the base game. And then there's a little computer desk area in here. This is the only computer in the house, so the parents and kids will have to share this computer area. And it's kind of located like right in between the living room and the dining room. But I separated it all with these arches, so it is very open. And then these rugs are both, the one in the dining room and the one under the computer desk are both from Laundry Day. And I did use a lot of Laundry Day stuff in this house because it's, you know, very rustic and it really fits the theme. And then for the dining room set, I had that Parenthood set, but I thought it was a little too polished and a little too clean for this type of house build. And so I went with the outdoor retreat set. The chairs that I originally was thinking about using in the living room, I decided to use those in the dining room. And I think this turned out really cute. I think it has a very homey, family-friendly sort of look to it. And I've said before, a lot of times when I do like rustic or country style builds, I really like to make the dining room really welcoming, and I just, you know, think about big family dinners and stuff like that. So yeah, that was kind of my inspiration for that. And then finishing up the living room, I added a TV and just some random sort of decor that made sense. That Western sort of painting over the computer is from Strangerville. And then there's a fish mounted on the wall that's from Outdoor Retreat. And yeah, so I'm keeping everything very outdoorsy and rustic. And then here in the entryway, I decided to go with this gingham wallpaper, which is very country and cozy, and sticking with a lot of brown in here. I'm trying to keep everything really warm. In fact, I left the lighting all with that sort of yellowish tint to it, and I really wanted the house to just be really warm and inviting. This little area here, just like area for coats and backpacks and purses and stuff, and there's like a big mirror and the thermostat and umbrellas and all that kind of typical entryway type of stuff. It's actually a pretty big entryway just because of the way this floor plan turned out. So yeah, it's kind of nice. It's a nice you know, entrance point to the house, and it takes you directly through the double doors out to the solarium like porch area, which I think is nice too. And you'll notice I'm using a lot of dark rugs. A lot of the rugs are dark green or dark brown or like really deep red, and so yeah, everything's very warm in every room. And then out here in the solarium, I used a lot of stuff from Seasons. Pretty much all these plants are from Seasons, and I don't usually get to use the red version of those plants there you're seeing now, so that was kind of fun. And then the chair and the love seat are from Laundry Day, as well as the rug. So yeah, it's kind of a mixture of those two packs. But I just thought this would be a nice room for just like a sitting room type gardening room. The house actually has a really nice big garden in the backyard. So I would think that whoever would live here definitely has a green thumb, definitely likes to grow vegetables and have a lot of plants and stuff, which to me just kind of goes hand in hand with autumn and fall. So yeah, so then I put some pumpkins on the front porch. And then I searched through the furniture and I found this kind of like cut log bench that's from Outdoor Retreat that I thought looked kind of good, along with the other flowers and plants and stuff that were out here. And it's a pretty nice sized front porch. It would have been the perfect type of porch for like a swing, like a front porch swing. I wish we had those. I keep feeling like we're gonna get them. I don't know, maybe I've just thought about them so much that I've talked myself into it, but I feel like that we will get those at some point. Yeah, so then back inside the house, there is only one bathroom in this house. And so the parents and the child have to share it, which is very unusual for me because I usually always have a master bathroom that's just for the master bedroom dedicated, and this house does not. So yeah, it's a little more on the small and quaint side, but it's still a pretty good sized bathroom. There, a shower, sink, and cabinetry that I used in here are all from Seasons. I had originally started with this Parenthood stuff, and then I got rid of it and went to Seasons because I felt like it was a little more cottage-y and a little less country. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just really like the way the Seasons like hardware and cabinets look with the rest of the house, because it's kind of got that orangey sort of brown, golden brown tone, which is the same as all the doors and windows, which are also Seasons. So it's all matching. So I'm happy about that. And then I used orange as an accent color in here because I thought it really matched the trim of that toilet seat, and also the shower and everything kind of has like that copper metal trim. So I thought orange looked really good with that. And there you see me adding the litter box because I realized they couldn't have a dog because there's no bathtub. So it's a cat family. Yeah, so now just the last two rooms here are the bedrooms. As you probably noticed, I cut out all the landscaping footage because I spent a lot of time landscaping this house, like several hours. There's not only a lot of landscaping around the house itself, but there is, like I said, a big garden. There's a big like campfire area, and then there's swings, and there's big shade trees, and I don't know. I just really wanted the yard to have a nice autumn feel, and I wanted to focus a lot on like the vegetables and things that just seem, and the scarecrow. They have the scarecrow, so Patchy maybe might join the family at some point, I don't know. But yeah, so what I've been doing here is just decorating the kids' room, which I went with red because that just seems like the perfect color for fall. And I pulled out all those decorations from the Debug catalog that are like the autumn kids decorations, and I used those for the walls. And then this bedroom set is just a mixture of a lot of stuff. That dresser is from Parenthood. The mirror is from the Kids Stuff pack. The bed, I believe, is Base Game, and the little bedside table is from Parenthood. So yeah, lots of mixtures of stuff. I did put a tablet in here, but this child does not have their own computer desk, so just a tablet, but they do have a stereo. And so it's a small room, but it still has, you know, the basics of what a child would need. And then for the parents' bedroom, I made it larger just because, you know, with the bigger bed and just having larger furniture, I thought it would work. I used a lot of these, like 2 or 3 of these Seasons sort of like landscape artworks, because I think those are really nice for fall. I like the way this red barn looks with the red bedding and the red curtains. And then for the rug, I was really torn here for a while trying to decide what kind of rug to use, and I was thinking orange, and then I was like, no, the orange and the red is like too much the same. So I ended up going with this rug from Get Famous that has a lot of blue in it because it really matches that artwork with the blue barn next to the red barn. I thought that really looked nice together. And then there's, you know, 2 bedside tables, there's a dresser and a full-length mirror and a ceiling fan. So, and I put a pet bed in here. So I guess the kitty cat will be sleeping in here with the parents. The bed and nightstands and dresser are all Base Game. And then the mirror over the dresser is from Parenthood. Yeah. So we're almost done. I'm just finishing up some decor in here, and I hope you guys like this build. I'm sorry if I'm getting annoying with all of these autumn and fall themed builds, but I just can't help it. It's just that time of year. It's starting to get like cooler weather here, and I don't know. It's probably going to be like this for me for like 2 months until I start getting in the Christmas spirit, and then I'll start bugging you guys with all my Christmas houses and stuff. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all my latest projects. You can follow me on the gallery. My ID is ErikaBuilds, as well as Twitter and Instagram. My username over there is also ErikaBuilds. So stay tuned for more homes coming up soon. And be sure to check out my other videos because I have lots of different types of houses. And yeah, so I will see you guys next time and have a great week. Bye-bye.